name's Rupert. I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about some of the strength and conditioning we did today. It's a program I set up for a lot of the jiu-jitsu guys I'm working with now. We call the program Third Monkey, strength conditioning. Third Monkey, the premise behind that is you're the third monkey boarding the ark and it's getting ready to rain. So you got to fight for your position and the fittest basically. So the program, we set it up and to do like 5-minute circuits generally. That's usually the length of a match in jiu-jitsu tournament. So we started off today with the punch to the jaw, which was the resistance band strapped around my foot, and then using a landmine and then punching upward. So that we use that movement to stabilize the shoulder, to utilize your entire body to punch through the movement, and explosive power. So we set that up for 15 reps. We did each side, and we moved on to the next one, which was the Renegade rows. And the Renegade rows, again, we try to utilize your total body through most of the movements we go through each day. So the Renegade, you're in a plank position, and the push into the ground to stabilize your body is just as important as the pull. So the Renegade row, you're pushing into the ground, pulling through the opposite side. So using your entire body to create that stability. And the third exercise we did was the clean and jerk. So clean the bells, and it's used for explosive power as well as strength. We don't use a lot of reps for that one particular lift. Most of the other stuff is at least 10 reps. And then we did the MACE training with the big propane tank on the end. It's water weighted, so the water swishes around in there, so you have to use that. It takes a little more to stabilize that. And it's also good for grip strength, grip endurance. It teaches you when to relax, which is something very, very, very important while you're lifting, but also it's very important in jiu-jitsu. So you don't expend a lot of energy all at once. You got to last 5 minutes. So all the routines, learning when to relax and when to execute force. So the MACE is also good for shoulder rotation. So it sets the shoulders, good for mobility, good for strength. And then I usually do 10 repetitions each way before I do any type of pressing movement, such as the bench press, which was the next movement we did. We used the SUPERBANDs on that. So the SUPERBANDs set the resistance into your lats, so you're not having to use your shoulders so much throughout the movement. Most of the time, people get injured on bench press is from their shoulders setting high and internally rotating. So we try to set your shoulders back and then push through the lats as you do the movement. It also works on the speed, because the band's going to pull it down and you got to execute the movement as you push up through it. And then the last thing we did was the sled movement. It's one of my favorite movements. It's called Dancing with the Devil. So you use the resistance bands, like you're wrapping around someone's gi, and you're trying to yank them down. You're pulling side to side. You can move wherever you want. A lot of it's grip strength, but it's also learn to utilize your entire body to drop into that weight as you pull down. So it's not just yanking with your arm and getting into your lower back. It's learn how to use your hips and move with the weight, push against the weight. So use your body against their body. Okay? And that was pretty much the entire workout we did today. We would complete that circuit. We'd hit 4 rounds and go into a cool down after that. Okay? I've been training for about 25 years. My background, I got my degree in kinesiology years ago. And in the past 4 years, I started doing more kettlebell training, went through the RKC certification. And in the past year and a half, I picked up the MACE. And so the MACE and kettlebells have kind of reinvigorated me and reinvented my training style. So a lot of the stuff we do is rotational strength, utilizing your entire body, hip movement, hip power, which is translate to just about any sport you do, whether it's tennis, golf, football, basketball, jiu-jitsu, any of that. All generates from your hips. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Uncommon Strength, and you'll see a ton of stuff on there. It's pretty much all I post on there is my training style. So, and then I'm in Chicago, located at a gym called Hi-Fi here in River North. You can hit me up here.